The thing about wanting someone you can't have is that it rewires your brain. You start seeing signs in everything. The way he adjusts his gym shorts, how his voice drops when he says your name, the extra second his eyes linger on your mouth before looking away. I'd been in love with Dante for 3 years. 3 years of being his best friend, his wingman, his bro. 3 years of watching him bring girls back to our shared apartment, while I pretended the sounds through the wall didn't make me want to scream. Then came that Friday night in August when everything shattered. We'd been drinking on the roof. The city sprawled beneath us like a carpet of lights. Dante had just broken up with his latest girlfriend, some model who cheated on him with her photographer. He was shirtless, as he always was in summer, his dark skin gleaming with sweat, and I was trying very hard not to stare at the way his chest rose and fell. "You ever feel like nobody really sees you?" he asked suddenly. I looked at him. "What do you mean?" "Like, everyone wants something from you. Your looks, your body, your status. But nobody wants to know what's actually in here." He tapped his chest, right over his heart. "I see you," I said before I could stop myself. His eyes met mine, and something passed between us. Electric, dangerous, real. The air felt thick enough to choke on. "Yeah." His voice was rough. "What do you see?" "You. All of you. Every perfect, broken, beautiful piece." But I couldn't say that. So I said nothing, just held his gaze while my heart tried to hammer its way out of my chest. Dante moved closer. "You know what's crazy? Sometimes I think you're the only person who actually gives a damn about me. Not Dante the athlete. Not Dante who looks good in photos. Just me. That's because I do." "Why?" He was so close now I could smell the whiskey on his breath, could count his eyelashes. "Why do you put up with my issues? Why are you always here?" "Because I love you. Because I've loved you since the day you walked into our dorm room freshman year and smiled at me like I mattered. Because you're the first thought of my morning and the last face I see before I sleep. Because you're my best friend," I said instead. Something flickered in his eyes. Disappointment, maybe, or relief. He leaned back, breaking the spell. "Right. Best friends. Bro code and all that." We sat in silence for a while, passing the bottle back and forth. I thought that was it. That we pretend this moment never happened. File it away with all the other almost moments that littered our friendship like landmines. Then Dante said, "Can I ask you something?" "Anything." "Have you ever with a guy?" My mouth went dry. "Yeah, a few times." "What's it like?" I tried to read his face in the darkness. "Why are you asking?" "Curious, I guess." He wouldn't look at me. I've been thinking about things, about why nothing with girls feels right, why I'm always disappointed, why He trailed off, but I heard the rest. "Why I can't stop thinking about you." "Dante." "Forget it. I'm drunk." He started to stand, but I grabbed his wrist. "Don't run away from this." "From what?" His voice cracked. "From the fact that my best friend is a guy, and I can't stop imagining what his mouth would feel like on mine? From the fact that I've been jerking off thinking about him for months? From the fact that I'm probably gay or bi, or whatever, and my whole life is a damning lie." The confession hung between us like smoke. I stood slowly, still holding his wrist, feeling his pulse race beneath my fingers. "It doesn't have to be a lie," I said quietly. "It can just be the truth you were too scared to tell." "I'm terrified," he whispered. "I know, but I'm here. I've always been here." He kissed me then, desperate and clumsy and perfect. We stumbled back to our apartment, shedding clothes, all pretense finally stripped away. In my room, under the blue light filtering through the curtains, I saw him clearly for first time. Not as the untouchable god I'd worship from afar, but as a man, vulnerable and wanting and scared. "I don't know what I'm doing," he admitted, standing there in just his boxers. "That's okay. We'll figure it out." But when we were in bed, when the moment came, he froze. I could see the panic in his eyes, the weight of everything this meant. "Hey," I said softly, cupping his face. We don't have to. No. His voice was fierce. I want this. I want you. Damn, I'm scared of how much I want this. Then let me help you. He looked at me for a long moment, and then something shifted. The fear didn't disappear, but something else rose to meet it. Trust, desire, need. Bro, help, bro, he said, and despite everything, I laughed. That's really what you're going with right now. Spread me raw, he said, dead serious now. No barriers. No BS. No more pretending. I want to feel everything. And God, the trust in those words. The vulnerability. This man who'd spent his whole life performing straightness, performing invincibility, asking me to break him open and see what was inside. So I did. I took my time with him, learning every sound he made, every place that made him gasp. When I finally pushed inside him, his back arched, and he cried out my name like a prayer. Nothing between us but skin and sweat and truth. Damn, he breathed. Why does this feel so right? Because it is right. Because this is what you've been running from your whole life. Because I love you and you love me, and everything else is just noise. We moved together, finding our rhythm. And when he came, it was with my name on his lips and tears on his cheeks. I held him after, both of us shaking, and knew that everything had changed. So, he said eventually, his voice rough, that whole bro help bro thing. Yeah, I think I might need your help again. Like frequently. I kissed his shoulder. I think that can be arranged. Good. Because I'm pretty sure I'm in love with you, and I have 3 years to make up for. My heart stopped. What? He turned to face me, and his eyes were clear. I'm in love with you. I've probably been in love with you this whole time. I was just too damning stupid and scared to see it. But I see it now. I see you, and if you'll have me. I kissed him, cutting off whatever else he was going to say. Because sometimes words aren't enough. Sometimes you need to show someone what they mean to you. You need to pour 3 years of longing and hope and desperate love into a single kiss. I'll have you, I whispered against his mouth. I'll have you every way there is. He smiled, and it was like watching the sun rise. Bro help bro. Bro help bro. I agreed, and we both started laughing because it was ridiculous and perfect in ours. That night, we helped each other discover truths we'd been too afraid to face. And in the morning, when the sun streamed through my window and found us tangled together, neither of us ran. We just held tighter.